So you've suffered a workplace injury, and now you're stuck waiting to receive workers' comp benefits. So what's the holdup?
Time is money, money is power, power is pizza, pizza is knowledge. Let's go.
Well, unfortunately, there are a number of common delay tactics that insurance companies use to keep you in limbo. What are they and what can be done? Stick around to find out. Many insurance companies drag their feet because paying out money to the victims of workplace injuries, that's you, is the absolute last thing they want to do.
No, anything but that.
Often workers' comp delay tactics come down to the insurance adjuster being lazy, overworked, or undertrained. Or, hey, all the above. Insurance adjusters use intentional delay tactics in the hopes that the injured worker will just eventually give up and return back to work without getting any benefits at all that they deserved. If you have a claim or have had a claim in the past, see if any of the following tactics sound familiar to you. Number 1, slowing down communication. This old chestnut. We've all dealt with someone who takes forever in responding to a text message, email, or phone call. By the way, Mom, why aren't you taking any of my calls or responding to my text messages? I know you read them, I can tell.
What?
Anyway, not responding or taking a long time to respond is one of the ways adjusters slow down the process. In some cases, insurance adjusters are simply dealing with huge caseloads and struggling to stay on top of their cases. It happens. In other cases, the insurance adjuster is lazy or just bad at their job.
He also tells me you're lazy.
In some cases, yes, it's just plain bad faith and on purpose that the adjuster is doing things to slow things down and hope that you'll go away. It's also common for adjusters to ghost doctors when they make treatment recommendations. They just don't respond. No matter the cause, when communication breakdowns do happen, it slows down your treatment and benefits. Number 2, requiring second opinions. This is another common workers' comp delay tactic. They want second opinions. This usually happens when the workers' compensation doctor you're seeing requests approval of surgery or some sort of other expensive procedure. Rather than just granting approval and allowing the injured worker to have that much needed surgery or procedure, the insurance adjuster will require a second opinion in hopes that their hand-picked doctor will disagree with the surgical recommendation. Gee, I wonder if they usually do.
No.
This whole process, of course, eats up a whole lot of time, which is exactly what the insurance company wants. Number 3, seeking information about your prior medical history. Insurance companies love fishing expeditions. They love to dig around in your medical records to try to find any pre-existing conditions and use them against you. So it really should come as no surprise that this is a common delay tactic. They dig around in your past to see if they can use it against your claim today. For example, we've heard things like, we heard a rumor that your client had a similar accident before. Or the adjuster might poison the well with the treating doctor that we chose by mentioning, this person had a prior accident. All this stuff must be related to that, not this minor accident they had, 2 weeks ago. So of course the doctor gets afraid, they don't really want to deal with it, and they decide not to treat. So there are times when this happens and you need a good workers' comp attorney to jump on top of it and correct the record with the treating doctor. Number 4, requesting more information. Workers' comp requires information. It requires investigation. That's understood. And there are forms and forms and forms, right? Insurance adjusters use this, though, as a workers' comp delay tactic. Before you're granted approval, they will continue requesting more information and more information. They're going to act like the world is coming to an end unless they get a recorded statement from you. By the way, here's a secret. Never ever give a statement to the insurance adjuster. Never. They're gonna use it against you. Don't do it. Yeah, even you on the couch there. I see you. Don't do it. Here's the truth. Insurance adjusters know what information they need and where to get it. It's usually with the employer. They don't need a statement from you. It's a delay tactic and a fishing expedition to try to find something to use against you. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I'm Rick DeMedeiros, the work comp guy. I'm a workers' compensation lawyer in the Atlanta area, but I represent injured workers all across the state of Georgia. I'm all about helping and educating injured workers, so if you have a workers' comp claim in Georgia and are interested in me representing you, please reach out to me. My contact information is on the screen, and all of my links are down below in the description. If you don't live in Georgia, never fear, I can still help you. Just reach out to me and I can refer you to a rock star lawyer in your area who will be able to help you. And don't forget, smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss my next video, and leave me a comment or question below. I'm here to help. Now, back to the video. Number 5, waiting to send weekly checks. If you've been injured on the job, it means you are often out of work and need medical treatment. Well, without the ability to work, you lose an opportunity to make money, which is needed to pay those medical bills and just your other regular bills that come in every month. Unfortunately, we often see delay tactics regarding weekly checks. It's something they use against you. Sometimes the insurance company blames the delay in payment on the employer, or the post office, or the doctor, or whoever.
It's your fault.
Right? The check's in the mail, right? Well, here's a real life example. If my client is placed on light duty by the treating doctor, we ask the other side, of course, is there suitable light duty? Because if there's not, they got to pay my client. Well, guess what happens? The insurance adjuster drags their feet, says, well, we need to follow up with the employer, or we haven't heard back from the employer, or we don't know what's going on. It's a delay tactic. They do it on purpose, right? So this is to delay payment and hope that the claimant just gets tired, gets bored, closes their claim. Number 6, holding up prescriptions. This one drives me crazy. Sometimes workers' comp delay tactics are just a big nuisance, but they also affect your ability to control your pain, like when they hold up approval of your prescriptions. I had a client recently who went to a CVS drive-thru after surgery. Insurance approved her pain medication, but they would not and had not approved her Ambien to help her sleep. We had to fight that, and fortunately we got it approved the same day. But her husband had to go back to the CVS that afternoon just to pick up that one prescription that should have been approved on the spot. It's these little things sometimes that make the big difference. Some delays are weeks and others are hours, but still, again, it's just a hassle that's not necessary. Number 7, failing to authorize. This is one of the most common and frustrating workers' comp delay tactics. Failing to authorize or approve medical requests. Simple ones. Most doctors require pre-authorization just to get an appointment. They need that from the insurance company. So if the insurance company takes forever to respond to the doctor's request, even just for an appointment, this is going to slow everything down, because obviously your checks depend on your work status. You can't get a work status unless you don't go to the doctor. Just recently, I received a call from a client as she was literally on a stretcher in the surgery center about to have knee surgery. She called me and said the doctor's office had received verbal authorization from the adjuster, but they realized they needed written authorization. She's literally on a stretcher about to go in. They said, no, we need written authorization. So the medical team made her wait until she got me on the phone. I got opposing counsel on the phone. Luckily, we tracked down the adjuster and got written authorization like within minutes, but what if the adjuster was out? It's crazy. The adjuster should have done it, but failed to until the literal last minute. Final one, how an attorney can help with workers' comp delay tactics. This is where I come in. When you need medical care and a check, you don't have time for delays. That's where an experienced workers' compensation attorney can help. Not only do we understand the ins and outs of workers' comp, we know who we need to talk to at the insurance company. We know how to do it, what levers to pull, so to speak, to get the insurance companies to do what they need to do. For instance, here in Georgia, there is something called a PMT, a petition for medical treatment. It's a process where essentially it's a form that we file to try to get an expedited telephone conference with a workers' compensation judge regarding a medical issue, something that hasn't been approved, something like that. Usually it's to push the insurance adjuster to just do something. I mean, approve a medication, a physical therapy, surgery, MRI, anything medical related. Now, the telephone conference typically doesn't actually happen because the insurance adjuster either approves the thing that hasn't been decided, or they file a formal denial, which then means I just file for a hearing with a judge. Most of the time, the insurance adjuster approves the medical related request because it's something that they really should have done already. Also, other times they just don't want to get on a phone call with a judge and look bad, so most of the time it gets approved. Now, moving forward, a key difference between those types of people that don't have an attorney and ones that do is that, again, attorneys know what to do and how to get things done quicker than someone without an attorney. Insurance adjusters are not going to prioritize someone who doesn't have an attorney. We know what buttons to push to force the issue to a resolution. An individual trying to do it on their own is just not going to get very far, unfortunately. All right, so there you have it, the most common delay tactics in workers' comp cases. Have you experienced any of them? Have I missed any in this video? Leave a comment or a question below, and while you're at it, drop a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. For now, Work Comp Guy, out.